Nice. We made it.
Back on the Geographic album.
Yes, sir.
So today we're recording Pier Skylight episode 44, I think. I don't know. I lost track. Ashley has been updating all of my thumbnails.
Nice.
Which is really cool.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see them. We have this new one. I don't know if you've seen them, but it's like the logo, and then it has like a big number in the back in a different color every day.
Nice.
Or every week. Looks good. So, I think...
I'm never very artistic about that kind of thing. For the current series of Vibe Unit videos, I came up with one template, and I just changed the number.
That's, hey, the less work you got to do, really.
That's what it's about, right?
Yeah, just some way you can differentiate them.
As little post-production as possible.
Yeah.
All right, so we so far have done the first verse.
Yep.
We recorded a pre-chorus. And then we did a bunch of takes of the first chorus section.
Yeah.
We did like 6 of those takes, and
yeah.
we picked one, but I don't know whether we really love it or not.
Yeah, I'm not entirely.
But we don't have anything
for verse
recorded
2,
for verse 2,
which I worked on the last couple weeks, and I think we got something for it today.
So I guess the question becomes: do you want to like jump straight into?
Yeah, let's just start with verse 2 because I'm
second verse.
Yeah, and then we'll make decisions on chorus in a minute.
Okay.
And I'll just mute this microphone when I'm not using it.
That one's got a switch, doesn't it? Yeah. That's handy. All right. I'm actually gonna pull this mic down even a little more. I can just get up closer to it. I don't want it to have much bleed or be competing with your mic. Plus, the proximity of a 58's nice anyway. All right, so let's just jump up to this section. Okay, so your mic's back up.
Okay. Are we getting doubled up? Do you hear double?
I mean, a little bit because of my mic.
Or is it because my routing's wrong?
No, if I pull my mic, it's fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, unless you hear something you don't like,
I feel like I did. I was hearing myself twice, maybe.
Your headphones low, and you're hearing yourself in the room and in your headphones.
Oh, maybe.
That's a possibility. And what are we on here? Input 3.
Hello. Check. I haven't warmed up. Oh, you got. Ooh. Yeah, might need a warm.
Do you want me to like play a section then?
Yeah, maybe just do the verse 2 section. I'm gonna have to find pitch, and I'm gonna have to get take Zach's advice on some vocals. As we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath cool hand. Comfort me, please stay with me. Memories, you haunt me on the beach. So very hard to reach as we slip away deep into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore, but pull hands can't pull for me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, as you haunt me on the beach. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit of time to get warm.
That's fine.
As we slip away, as we slip into somewhere far beneath, cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach. Phone, cell phone, so very hard to reach. So we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach. Is there any way, do you not hear the doubling? I feel like I hear it.
I don't hear anything like that.
Okay, I'm just gonna rely on your ears.
Where's your headphone send coming from?
Same place as yours, so it should be the same.
Really?
It's probably all in my head, dude. Honestly.
Do you have enough headphone volume?
I'm gonna turn it up. I thought maybe the Sapphire was sending maybe a signal before Logic. Like maybe Sapphire is...
I don't think so, man. I mean, if we're listening to the same mix, I don't know how that'd be possible.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Is this where we're listening to, or?
They're labeled wrong now because of the new routing, but everything's muted. I see from here, so we're good.
Does the headphone amp, is that connected to the board or connected to the Focusrite?
It's connected to the Tascam.
Oh, got it. So it's the same headphone mix on all the outputs. So we are genuinely hearing the same thing.
Yep.
Weird.
Like I said, I'm just gonna rely on your ears. I'm not convinced I'm hearing accurately. Into somewhere far beneath, cold hands pull the lake shore.
Coming up to the loop point.
Haunt me on the beach.
Yep, you got it.
There's cell phones, so very hard to reach. So we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach. Cell phones, so very hard to reach, as we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach. Cell phones, so very hard to reach, so we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach. Our cell phones, so very hard to reach, so we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach. Our cell phones, so very hard to reach, as we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach. Our cell phones, so very hard to reach, as we slip and win from safety into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach. I was feeling better about the last few.
I agree. You're becoming more consistent. Do you want to try it, or
Yeah.
how do you feel?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna come at you from about here though. So it'll be one loop through the instrumental, and then it'll be like 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So I think it's gonna actually count. I'm not gonna bother with a count in because you know where the loop is.
Yeah. We find our cell phones, so very hard to reach, as we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach. Little rough. We'll do it again.
The front end especially was rough.
Yeah.
Kind of got it figured out after that, but
We find ourselves, we find ourselves, we find ourselves. Okay.
hold on. What are the notes supposed to be there?
We find our cell phones. We find us. Yeah, because I'm jumping really high.
Look, I'm having trouble judging whether or not it's the take or not because I don't even know what notes you're trying to go for. So I need to do this real quick.
We find our cell phones. We find. Yeah, I gotta make sure I don't do that octave jump I tend to do. We find our cell phones. We find our cell phones. We find our cell. We find our cell phones. Oh, maybe it's higher. We find. That's what happens when you don't warm up, people. We find our cell phones. Was I off by like a third?
Yeah.
We find our cell phones.
There you go. That works.
We find our cell phones. We find our cell phones. We find our cell phones. We find our cell phones so very hard to reach. So very hard to reach. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's try it. We find our cell phones so very hard to reach as we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach.
Boy, that was a lot closer.
Yeah, I feel good. We keep moving. We repeat. Let's do it a couple more times. I know that wasn't the take yet.
That's fine. I wanna see what the notes were and whatnot right quick. But I've got another one up. Yeah, definitely.
Cell phones, so very hard to reach. Cell phones, so very. Cell phones, so very hard. Cell phones, so very hard to reach.
Is reach supposed to be an F sharp?
Play it.
Because I don't hate it,
Yeah.
but I can't.
Cell phones, so very hard to reach.
Are you trying to be on that F sharp there?
Yeah, I guess I am. Is it out of key?
No, it's in key. It's just when you were singing it before, you weren't actually hitting the pitch. So I thought it was just a passing tone of sorts. But now I'm thinking maybe it's supposed to be the F sharp because at that time you're on the.
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be.
That's the third of the D flat minor.
Yeah, it is. It is supposed to be. It's supposed to emphasize that minor chord.
Okay, in that case, really good on that take then because you hit every note.
Oh.
So I'm just saying, like, take note of what you sang here because
Okay, go ahead.
these were all the right notes.
I might sing along with it.
As far as I can tell.
Okay.
Again, I didn't write it, but it seems right.
We find our cell phones so very hard to reach as we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. Yeah. Cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach. Yeah, I feel good about that, but you want to do a safety take, or do you want to?
Yeah, let's do another one.
I don't know if I'll hit it as good.
That's fine. I'm just
At least we got that one.
just suggesting that was melodically the most correct, I think.
We find our cell phones so very hard to reach. As we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. We find ourselves on so very hard to reach as we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore. Ah, man. But cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Same spot. You ready?
Yep. We find ourselves on so very hard to reach as we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore. Ah, man, I keep messing that up for some reason. Comfort me, please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach. As we slip, all right, cold hands pull the lake shore. Now I can do it. Yeah, I gotta get that line right at least a couple more times just in case. Let's just try to get it one more time.
Okay.
We find ourselves on so very hard to reach as we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. Cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach.
I'm using that take on the record.
Fuck yeah, dude, that was perfect. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Okay. Do you want to record a different pre, or were you planning on having that other? Because originally when we talked about it, you wanted to have them separate tracked. So as Beach is holding out, comes in kind of over it. So in order to do that, we'd either need to record another one or just simply take the pre, because we recorded a good one. I kind of want to almost use the same one.
Just use the same one, I think.
Because I think it would be most consistent. But I do think we should record a second version of the chorus.
Okay, yeah.
This is a good piece to reuse and have be very consistent.
Agreed. Okay, let's go on to the...
So I'm going to just take this guy and move him over here as well. I think that's where it goes.
I need a calmer season to give you all the reason. I want to come up feeling inspired.
Hell yeah. Man.
That was a good take.
That was a really... I hadn't even heard it, and I was like, we should just reuse that. And then I hear it now, and I'm like, yup, definitely.
Yo.
All right. So yeah, that's awesome. Let me check something real quick. Just trim the very front.
We find ourselves on.
And since we know we like that one, we can turn the bussing back on.
We find ourselves on so very hard to reach as we slip away from safety into somewhere far beneath. cold hands pull the lake shore, but cold hands can't comfort me. Please stay with me, sweet memory, where you'll haunt me on the beach. I need a calmer season to give you all the reason.
I gotta be ready when I mix this to do fader moves here. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one to mix, dude. I'm like so excited to do these like the right way.
What
man.
do what do you think of like in the pre-chorus? Play that again. This is a vocal thing, so.
I need a calmer season.
So going into the chorus, do like a vocal choir, and it grows into the chorus there. Spotless. Where there's a choir of me, and you could even be in it too if you'd like, but harmonizing into that, and it's all about
So spotless.
dynamics.
So spotless is what we need to figure out cadence and match.
Yeah,
And then we'll just be holding out spotless.
and almost what I'm suggesting.
And if there's gonna be, if we're even gonna finish the word,
Mhm.
we got to be real easy on that end sibilance.
Yeah, because they all have to finish at the same time.
Well, not just that, but like there's gonna be a big stack of that sibilance where
Oh,
you know
right.
6 or 8 tracks of vocals all have hard S's.
They all going.
So you got to be able to do something like spotless.
And
You know
keep
what
it
I mean?
keep it
That
precise.
doesn't it has a defined
Well-
N, but it isn't an S sound.
Well, how
because
about-
it's by the time it gets to there, the rest
Yeah.
of the chorus will have stacked, and it won't be a problem.
Would it be okay and valid if we didn't do any? We don't say the word, but we do like a we pronounce the in spotless, like and have that grow.
It's going to be easier to try
Just
to say
do the word.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll never match the cadences if you don't pick the
Right.
word as
That's
the
fair.
anchor. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, I'm down with the idea.
So we record the whole word, and then I'm suggesting we cut the front off, the spotless part off, and dynamically increase the volume going into the chorus. So it's like da na. It's all about the dynamics there for me, I think. And that, does that make sense? What I'm
I
saying?
get you. I'm just saying all I really care about is less.
Right.
But I'll never be able to get the synchronization of them all unless they're all spotless.
That makes sense.
Because you need something.
Yeah, we'll record the
before
whole
to clue
thing,
you in. Yeah.
and then we can decide after we've recorded the word
we
spotless
can gain
what we
envelope
want to.
whatever we want.
Right.
All right. Do
Makes
you want to
sense.
just try doing that then?
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Hey, you know what? Given what we're doing, well, there's no easy way to do that. Damn. I was going to say, can we just use these mics on sticks for this? Just because they're going to be a different set of character, which is good. And not only that, we could like do a bunch of stacks really quick.
It's all set to go. I mean, all we have to do is patch them into the DAW.
And you'd have to hard pan them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We'll do it conventional. But you're gonna have to sing all the parts then. Well, you can always come over here and run this if you want me to lay a stack or two.
Okay. We'll do mine first, then we'll see where we're at.
It's funny because this is literally what I spent like a lot of time doing yesterday was
Yeah.
stacking vocals.
Yeah, I know. I heard those. They sound really cool.
All right, so let's do. Let me turn off this bussing. I'm going to leave the tuning nudge on for this purpose. Just know that that's there. And if it sounds weird, point it out, and we'll just do it again.
Okay.
For things like this, you really need pitch to be spot on.
Yeah. All right, I'm back on this mic.
I wanna come up feeling spotless.
Can you grab the fifth below that?
What would that be? I need it.
Hold on. The original. What is the original? Spotless.
Spotless. Was that an octave? I can't keep track right now. I need to hear it. I wanna come up feeling spotless. Come up feeling spotless. Oh, I see what you're doing. That's clever.
What?
I see you're just kind of adding it in anyway. You have a little version of me in there singing. I wanna come up feeling spotless.
The next notes I would record if it was me would be spotless.
Spotless.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
I wanna come up feeling spotless.
Beautiful. Yes, you're going to do the second above the fifth. So it'll be spotless. Those are your notes. Obviously match the cadence.
Spotless. Spotless.
For the reason I wanna come up feeling spotless.
Do it again. Do it again. Give me that again.
Spotless.
Spotless. Spotless. Spotless.
For the reason I wanna come up feeling spotless.
Did I get it?
We're going to find out.
Oh, come up feeling spotless.
Let me see. We might have to...
Tuna sandwich. But can you tuna fish?
Come up feeling spotless.
I feel like I pushed into it weird. And it,
Come up feeling spotless.
ugh. It's just because it's out of tune and I'm pushing it.
It's not out of tune, though.
Oh, so is it the way I was singing it?
No, just hold on a second.
Okay, you got everything you need? I don't have to worry?
First of all, before anything, we need some de-essing. Like, really bad on this stack.
Come up feeling spotless.
Let's listen to the detector and see what we
Come
can
up
find.
feeling spotless.
Ooh, boy, there it is.
Come up feeling spotless.
Okay.
Come up feeling spotless.
Yep.
Come up feeling spotless.
And then, once I have that...
Come up feeling spotless.
forgot to compress this whole group. I'm an idiot. Hold on a second. I'm like, why is this feeling so weird dynamically? It's supposed to all be flat. Let's go. Yeah.
I need a call. I'm feeling
That's exactly what I was hoping for it to sound like.
I got you, dude.
Sounds awesome.
We need a little more ratio though, and maybe boost that input a little, and then let's go parallel because I don't want to lose all the dynamics, but most of them.
Or at least have control over them.
I actually kind of want to crush them more than that. Yeah.
That sounded good. Wow. Incredible.
I went a little too far on the threshold. Close. There we go. And then I need to fix one other thing, which is before it goes into the reverb bus, something weird's happening with, whoops, that's not what I wanted. With a certain frequency, but I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to use, where is it? Yeah, we're going to use the single band EQ and just roll off some of the highs. High cut. Quite finish them all at the same time.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that bothers you at all, but other than that, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
It does bother me a little bit, but I mean, what are we gonna do at this point? Like re-record them all?
Yeah.
Do you think it's worth it? Maybe.
Depends how close you think you can get it. Like this kind of thing usually for me is really, really quick, but that's partly because I'm already.
It will be quick probably this time, but I've never I have done this before, but I hadn't got the cadence right on the spot list before we went and recorded them. So they're all set to be re-recorded. So
yeah, sure.
Volume wise, so we could just do it one more time.
Well, that's fine if you want.
You just gotta give me the notes again.
So here, I'm going to do this real quick just to help you out. I'm going to pull this piano down to the bottom so I can grab it for a reference pitch. So that that's your notes.
Spotless. So can you turn the metronome on for me too?
Yep.
Okay.
That's pretty on the money.
Yeah, I'm using the metronome to know when to cut off.
Spotless.
See, like those you matched really well. All right, let me go on to the next one.
Spotless. Spotless. Feeling spotless. You do it again.
I didn't go back far enough. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I wanna come up feeling spotless. Okay, that was wrong. Let me do it again. I'm not confident on this one yet. For the reason I wanna come up feeling spotless. For the reason I wanna come up feeling spotless. For the reason I wanna come up feeling spotless. For the reason.
Yep.
Spotless. For the reason spotless.
It's pretty good. And understand too, like I haven't done any of the, like I've done nothing really other than just setting a couple of levels. So I'm just more judging takes than anything.
Spotless.
And let me put the bussing back.
It feels
on.
way better than it did.
Feeling spotless.
I feel like something was early though.
Feeling spotless.
See, one was way early. I don't know which one. Is that my original take?
Hold on, you're right.
It's my original take, I think.
I don't think so.
Which one is it?
Hold on.
Spotless.
It was that one?
Spotless. Spotless.
That was good.
Spotless.
I think it's the original take.
Spotless.
What? Talking about this guy?
Yeah.
Spotless.
Yeah, it is. Damn.
Wait a second.
I wanna come up feeling spotless.
You're gonna punch in spotless as a main vocal.
Spotless.
And obviously, this one you'll be trying to match the cadences of the stack.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So where is Spotless? So that's where I'm gonna start it from.
Okay.
You good?
Yep.
That's how I'd do it.
Yeah, I think it's good. Sounds good. Sounds good is good.
I wanna come up feeling spotless.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And then of course the "You Had to Be" would be coming in off of that build. So it'd be like
Yeah, for the
yeah, so it like works really well if we do some like volume automation or something.
Oh yeah, dude, this song's gonna have a lot of rides in it.
Good.
Really, this whole record has a lot of automation rides.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to borrow a piece of hardware to do that probably. Maybe like your little nano controller or something. Something with a fader on it.
Yeah.
I have some on my keyboard, but as you've seen, my keyboard for some reason just likes to spuriously send out just random MIDI messages that have nothing to do with anything.
It's trying to talk to you.
I guess
Tell you
maybe I should
something.
start listening. It's a joke because I'm not good at listening. All right, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just need more chorus box then.
Yeah. I'm somewhat confident with it. I mean, honestly, I think I like your idea about it. All the instruments breaking off. We'll have to figure that out after we record the chorus, probably. You know, that's something we could probably do. Record the chorus now and then see where we're at.
This mouse is crazy. You can tilt the wheel.
Weird.
And it does the same thing like an Apple mouse does, dude. See?
That's awesome.
It's clicky, though. You can't scroll it. But it does work.
That's cool.
That's super strange. All right. Unrelated to this, though. Why am I? I guess, yeah. Do you want to
Let's try.
give her a shot then? See what we get? I don't have anything armed down here, do I? No.
If this ends up being a catastrophic failure, we'll just reconvene another week.
Perfect. It would be a perfect failure.
Nice. I'm into those.
It's a perfect score.
I like those. Yeah, perfect score. You had to be.
All right.
Up slow. I feel like "You Had to Be" and "Coming Up Slow" should be recorded separately.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Because it's "You had to be coming up slow." It feels like two different parts. They're far apart vocally. Like it would be cool if I just came in on the chorus like "Coming up slow, informed by foam on the lake top," and then record separately like the "You Had to Be."
I'm not against the idea, but
Want to try it without doing that verse?
to me, that I'm just being transparent. That seems like a cheap, lazy hack because there's no way you could do that if you were singing it out. So like, why?
Oh, okay.
Unless it's making some crazy difference to the sound, we should
see.
try to do it as one. But if not, if it seems better splitting it up, then we'll do it.
You had to be coming up.
You had to be coming up slow.
Part of the thing is you try. You something you do a lot, right? You
don't.
like octaves.
Yeah, it's weird.
So you're making it hard on yourself because you're forcing yourself to have to match the same pitch and octave up. It'd probably be easier to pick another reference. So like,
You had to be coming. You had to be coming. You.
My
Yeah.
speculation is that's an easier jump because that's a fifth.
You come. You had to be.
Like that?
Yeah, but don't sleep on that. Instead of just you're basically forcing yourself to jump this interval, which is unnatural for you. It's a tenth.
Oh,
You're having trouble
That's
with
a
it.
big jump.
It's a huge jump, and so that's what I'm saying. Pull it back to.
Give me just my first note.
Sorry,
for you.
that's a set. You're jumping 7. I'm suggesting it'd be easier for you to reference a fifth, and it would be a shorter jump.
Okay, play the first note only.
That should be the first note.
You had.
You have nowhere to go if you start at the E flat.
You had to be coming up slow.
That's too high, I think. For me.
I mean, if you sing it up there, sure.
You had to be coming up.
I'm saying come should be an E flat.
Coming up slow.
Because that'll give you the chance to like solidify that F.
You had to be coming up slow.
I'm not
I still
telling you
wrong?
what to do. I'm just telling you that when you try to do, when you're trying to hit the same note over and over and over again with that jump, that's usually where you end up having trouble. I'm just pointing out that that's like the trouble.
No, yeah, that's how I'm perceiving it.
Okay.
Or receiving what you're saying.
You had to be coming up slow.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You had
But I'm
to
suggesting you could be, coming up. You could be more,
coming up.
you could be more forceful about that being different notes.
You had to be coming up.
Wow, I actually like the way that cadence sounds better.
It's just easier to sing.
You had to be coming up. You had to be coming up slow.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, that was perfect.
You had to be coming up slow, informed by foam on the lake top.
Yeah, like that's how it should be, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
You had to be coming up slow, informed by foam on the lake top. Vapor trails peel off like summer skin. You had to be braver than you are. I told Poseidon he should let go. Despite my conscience tucked in my pocket, tightened my shorts, took a breath, and I jumped in.
You gonna try it?
Yeah.
I wanna come up feeling spotted. You had to be coming up slow, informed by foam on the lake top. Vapor trails peel off like summer skin. You had to be braver than you are. I told Poseidon he should let go. Despite my conscience tucked in my pockets, tightened my shorts, took a breath, and I jumped in. I wanna come up feeling spotted. You had to be coming up slow.
Definitely. The overlap there is correct. Yeah. 100% correct. What do you got there?
Where it's gonna harmonize there too. It's like vapor trails peel off like summer skin. I want it to be like the same kind of vocal characteristics, but kind of more drawn back. Where it's like vapor trails peel off like summer skin.
And vapor trails peel off like summer skin. Yeah, you again though. It's all gonna be about matching the rhythm.
Well, let me just match it.
You had to.
If that's the take we want for the chorus.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence if I'm being honest. I feel like everything we've recorded today is somewhat flat.
Yeah.
Like pitch wise, you know what I mean? Like it's all down by like a little bit.
Yeah. It's not a good day for singing.
So it may not be a great vocal day, but I don't know. It's really kind of up to you. I'm just being honest, man. I'm just being transparent.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just tired. I'll be honest with you too. So
I feel like I'm really happy that you've got verse 2, where you've got it. The cadences are right. The melodies are right. It's all right.
It's just there's
man.
an energy missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the energy.
But I'm happy about that pre-chorus stack, dude. I'm happy about the overlap. With
yeah,
the
we pushed the ball
in.
forward.
That's the stuff right there.
This one's been a little challenging, I'll be honest with you, in terms of like the recording process. But that's good that we're documenting all this too.
Well, we're not giving up on it either. I mean, this is a good song, and it's worthy of like bringing it out.
In that case, let's start wrapping it up, and we'll reconvene, and we can. Do more next week.
Because I don't want to, like stress it. I don't want to be like,
we don't have
there's
to.
Nothing negative about this. It's just about doing it right.
Yeah.
We just really want to do it right.
To be honest with you, dude, I've been in a fog all day. I'm tired. I'm burning caffeine rather than my own energy. So
okay.
So it's you made the right call there in saying that.
Okay.
I think I agree with all that. So. All right, well, that was Skylight Huddle. Thanks for tuning in. If you're interested in being on an episode of Skylight Huddle, you can email me at skylighthuddle@gmail.com.
You should do it. It's dope. I highly recommend it.
Come on by. Hang out. This kind of gives you a showcase of what we do, but honestly, for the most part, it's a blank page. Like, sometimes we just make music. You've seen some of the earlier episodes. I've had my sister on, and we just kind of come up with song ideas and that kind of thing. So,
I guess right now, the last I don't know how many weeks we've been kind of in on a mission to complete, this record we're working on. So I guess we kind of at some point drifted a little bit away from kind of the experimental stuff.
But that's okay.
We'll be back there,
Yeah, the cool thing is this offers another look at what it's like to produce music. What you see on what gets released on like a radio or whatever is only the tippy tip iceberg, but it's not like some magical thing that's just out there and you get to experience it. You're like, oh, I wonder how they did that. We want you to see, for better or for worse, a completely transparent production. I mean, when you're doing this for real, in any studio, you're going to go through takes, and you're going to go until it feels right, and you're going to have discussions. You're going to have a day where you work and you didn't push the ball forward a lot. You're going to have days where you pushed it forward a lot. It's different all the time, and I think if anything, this showcases that. It opens it up. It opens up the what's under the layer of polish. It shows like the weird, quirky things that could happen in a studio thing, and I think this is a good example.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
And you got to have humility when you do this stuff. You can't. I mean, just because someone looks polished and cool up on stage doesn't mean that they're that way all the time. It's not that way. It's a lot. There's a lot more. I guess you feel a lot more naked than that when you're in the creative process and the production process. So,
I think the thing that, like I said, kind of comes across really strong though is we've been consistent about this. In talking about this record and this project, just the idea of like our goal isn't to expect to sit down and just, crank the handle a little bit and all of a sudden what rolls out of the slot, but a polished song that sounds great. You know what I mean? Like there's been times where we've really been focused on like, well, let's just do it. Let's just do something, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's great. But this is something we're taking care on.
Yep.
And the idea that like progress isn't defined as, well, where's my bounce for today? Or like, why isn't it done yet? It's just, we're looking at it very different with like but is it the song yet though?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just seems like the right approach.
It's like any other job.
But if you're gonna
music.
take that kind of open to whatever approach, it's like you said, it's like it might take a little while to be finished with it. But I still think it's better. The end result's better when you care about little things like that.
I'm trying to think of like a cool way to condense it all into one sentence, but I'm having trouble doing it. I think if I could try.
Focus on the goal, baby.
Yeah, like focus on the goal and also realize like you're not bigger than the song. Like in a way, the song is its own thing, and just because you're writing it doesn't mean that it like. I don't know. Like you got to separate like who you are and what you're doing from the music you're writing in a weird way. Like it is from you in some way. It's from like the people, but it's hard to keep the ego out of it, especially in the production world. But I think for me, I'm really careful to recognize that like even though I'm the writer of this song, and you're in here with me helping me produce it, the song after it leaves me and part of it's in your hands and I still get a little bit of a say of what happens, but it becomes bigger than just me. Anyone who's included in the writing process has a hand in it, and I don't treat the song at this point like it's my song I wrote. I treat it like it's a song that exists that we're working on. It's like we're uncovering it from something that should have already existed. It feels more like we're chiseling away a piece of stone and revealing the parts we like about it rather than us building like a clay sculpture from scratch. That's how I'm approaching this.
Right. And like I said, we did a lot of that. I think early on, just because I think both of us have an obvious interest in like organics and like just sound design.
Yeah.
Like it's intriguing and interesting enough that it's easy to get in the weeds of. But a lot of times the fix is like just change the notes or like write something different.
Or
like,
take a week.
Or take something out.
Yeah.
That's the hard one, right? When you're like, maybe we just shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I kind of like that. But
we may even try to attempt to do the vocals off the camera at some point where it's like a more better time for my vocals, because it is hard to line up like a stream and have a good vocal take at the same time, when I know for me, ideally, it's like late night when I'm singing better.
Really? Okay.
So
and being able to identify that's super key. Like I know for me that like I know what time of day.
Yep.
I know what the right things that need to be in place are for me to be able to walk in and get like a take, and I know about how long I have before I'll even start like stressing my voice to the point where either the takes are now inconsistent because they sound different now than they did when I started, or they're just simply like you said, I'm gassed by that point and I'm not putting out the same energy anymore. But knowing that's super key. If it's something I need to record vocals for, I have to block off like a morning and early afternoon to be able to fully commit that time frame to it. So knowing what that is for you, like you said, maybe it's just about setting up the sessions, and you just when you're feeling it, set up and try to lay something in there and get it done.
I need a nap and then a shower and then I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I just can't. I have to have a lot of energy, because for me, singing takes a lot of energy.
A lot, yeah, dude. Like I'm saying, I get gassed after a session.
Yeah, so we'll have to readdress some of that, but there's going to definitely be some things that we can work on next Tuesday. It could be this. We'll see how I feel, but also I have all the lyrics written for Plane Tickets, which might even be an easier song to record, to be completely honest with you.
Maybe.
But who knows? We'll know when we know. Okay, so we got Vibe Unit Sunday.
Yeah, planning on it. And
do we have any commitments to that yet from anyone?
I have not looked into that yet.
Okay.
But working on figuring that out. We're I guess I'll mention this real quick. It's something I was going to talk to you about at some point anyway. But I gave it a lot of thought, and I think that picking something that isn't like a social media platform to be the hub for kind of everything is going to have to be important.
Definitely.
So as much as I hate it, and I'm happy to say I hate it, I think it's probably going to end up having to be like Discord or something.
That's fine. I understand that, though.
Because everybody knows about it and knows how to use it, and people who don't
can
easily phone. Get in it. You don't have to have a real identity or a real any kind of account to use it.
Yeah.
It's got phone apps. You can share files and media around easily enough. You know what I'm saying? And it gives us comms-related stuff and the ability to kind of keep stuff in one place. And there's so many good bots for managing those kinds of things. I'm thinking we might even be able to solve some of our issues with scheduling. through there as well. Like that would be kind of a one-stop place to say like, there's a channel for signups or whatever. Because we're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly for this week yet what it's going to be. I have a little bit of work yet to do still because as far as post-mortem goes on Sunday, we I think what happened is when I was shuffling computers around, there's the limiter we use at the very end of the chain.
That just stopped.
It has an RTA function for like analyzing a room.
Oh, you
And
pressed it
when
maybe?
you press RTA, like the relay in it switches the outputs to be a different set and the
Yeah.
input to be like the mic input on the back, not the the feed from the board.
Yeah.
So I guess I just missed that somehow. I don't know. So my point is, it appears nothing's actually broken at all. I just think I
that's the good
accidentally
side.
hit a button, and it's that simple and stupid.
Wow.
And it's also funny because in getting ready to move to the the new space for Vibe Unit, I had even put together a document that included the kind of steps that had I taken the ones that I had written down.
didn't follow your own rules?
The day before, I would have caught it. So it was
That's
just
funny.
a real like kind of a slap in the ass, just like,
Yeah.
hey man, like you're gonna get it wrong too if you don't just do it the right way and stick to the script. So yeah, that was hilarious. So I still have to finish bouncing the audio from that and then cutting it up with the video, and then I have to re-upload it. So Nick and I worked on. Originally, it started off as there's nobody that was coming, and I was just going to do some looping or something because, we have the instrument on back there. And then Nick came through, and I started hearing his guitar tones, and I was like, all right. So I started playing with the Mellotron, and we were like, let's just make like a simple loop, just something we could play over and, to kind of jam out. And then we ended up, after playing on a section for a while, it's like, I kind of like everything about that. Like, we need another section.
That's awesome.
And then it turned into basically a song. I have like, there's 3 main sections of it right now. I don't have any lyrics written, but I have some strong melodies in mind.
That's awesome.
So I'm kind of excited to put it up. Like, it sucks. It was a really cool broadcast, and there's just nothing to hear. So
Well, it'll get out there eventually.
Yep. So
And
I'm super stoked about that. I don't know what we're gonna do next week, but
well, if no one watches this right now, but if you do happen to see this before Sunday, we're trying to like figure out that stuff before Sunday. So if you send us a message or you want to be on there, we're going to try to get that Discord thing going, but it's not ready yet. But
I did create the server
Okay.
and that kind of thing, but I haven't
Pushed it.
posted anything anywhere
Yeah.
because what I'm trying to do, like I said, is figure out. I'm doing the research right now to figure out. I'm sure people have done like there's plenty of communities that are using Discord for
Yeah.
all sorts
Yep.
of things. I would be absolutely shocked if nobody had like a bot that can do like the whole sign up, like to be able to create a group, or we say like, hey, there's slots for this thing, these kind of things, and have it be able to basically say like, it'd be smart enough to know like this person said they wanted bass, so like they should be put in that slot.
Gotcha.
And then, it could keep a running table that you could query with some command that says like, who's on this week or whatever.
Yep.
Like there's got to be things like that we can automate because the more of it we
Yeah.
can have done. Like kind of in a sense, just in the background, the better. So
yeah, it's something that we can all just check as its own, because you and I got to check that stuff too and to know.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that like it just inspires like more communication in general between all of us that isn't related to just when we see each other on Sundays. Like a lot of conversations that start at Vibe Unit could carry on throughout the week there.
And we can also post
also be,
photos and
be
interact.
in a place that everyone can see. I mean, most of the conversations, for example, that you and I have about anything we're planning or discussion of
we could just do it all on there.
sensibilities,
Yeah,
it's like I'm happy to just do that in a public channel.
yeah, because then it's
seen.
there's a liveliness to it, like an activeness that people can keep thinking about it.
Well, and we have nothing. We have
participate.
nothing to like keep from anyone.
Oh,
like,
right,
the
right.
idea is, like,
the only reason why we have kept things from people is just because we haven't had a way to communicate it.
Exactly. So if it might make sense to even things
I like
we're
that.
planning about, like what we're doing at this new space, man, and things like that.
Well,
like
if we start talking
coordination
about
for
that, we'll get
and
some
things
help.
like that. Like it's going to be a lot easier to be able to say like, hey, like this is what we were thinking about doing.
Yeah.
And it also takes away the real-time nature of it. It's not like getting a text where you're like, oh, shit, man, they need me to respond right now.
Right.
Or whatever. It's like, it's just there, man. When you have a minute and you want to be invested in that process, like go spend 5 minutes and catch yourself up. And I do that already with due to myriad of other
Well, it also helps you
so.
and I because if there's, or because we do a lot of things in the day, if there's someone who asks a question and we're both in the same group chat on there. Like one of us can answer it.
Yeah, and we know whether it's been answered, and it opens up opportunities as well for people who are maybe trying to get into this.
Yeah.
To see like how are we even doing it.
That's awesome.
You know?
Well, I think that's the way to go. But I think for this week we'll probably have to like just kind of maybe throw out a message or something on Facebook.
I'm gonna hit up a couple of people. I know Nick said that he's got plans and stuff next couple weeks, which is why he was trying to come through. And then I know Taylor. We haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. I think he was around and looking to sit a session. I know Mike's been around. He was busy this weekend, but
yeah,
I'll probably just reach out to the usual.
I like the idea of us coming in and all picking an item or an instrument or a position, and then playing that. One thing I'll be completely transparent that I don't like about some weeks is, in some cases, when people are moving around too much and you can't, and especially when there's no one at the board, and then people are swapping guitars and stuff. I feel like as much as I like to encourage that kind of stuff, if someone's behind the board, it's not really as big a deal. But
I'm gonna throw this out there too. At the point at which we're running on digital, someone being at the board doesn't mean someone standing there physically.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Someone could have an iPad, basically.
Sure. So I'm saying, like, if it was a short week and there's nobody to run it, it's like, fine, I'll sit somewhere with my iPhone up.
Yeah.
If someone needs an adjustment, I'll make it real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's better than having it go unhandled. You
Sure.
You get what I'm saying?
So that problem should resolve itself, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and then past that, I truly, truly believe, man, inspired monitors lead to inspired performances. The better we can get what everyone's hearing, the better they'll play. And I truly also believe that the better and cleaner the mix is, and the more we can instill the idea in people that, hey, if you're playing into, like, in a sense, you're playing into the final output, and that's what you're listening to.
Yeah.
Keep that, like, super in mind. I mean, if it sounds like there's too much of the thing you're playing, like, you're probably playing too much. Maybe turn yourself down,
Yep.
You're listening to, like, that final mix of everything going,
yeah.
is everything sitting in the right spot?
I keep bumping this.
So I think that'll make a big difference too, because, like, for example, on Sunday when it was just Nick and I, it's like there's a lot of times where I kind of wanted to run over to the board and make an adjustment, but the only time I really had to do it was with the guitar, the second guitar that I was playing. There was a short period of time where I was playing with Nick, and I could hear it myself because I'm sitting next to the amp, but it was barely even in the mix. Like, you can't really hear it.
Wow.
So again, it's like, it's not a big deal, but like when I went over to play bass, it's like bass was a little bit too low. So it's like I know that, like, there's enough gain slop that adding in a couple dB isn't gonna probably hurt anything, right? So it's like I just added enough at the pedal to where it sounded to me like the full mix was about right. You know what I mean? That's a sensibility that I've got from doing this kind of stuff. Yeah. And I'm hoping that that's the kind of thing we can instill in others, that, hey, like, you should be just a little attentive to, like, what are you hearing, and
where do you sit in the frequencies?
Where could the adjustment be made that isn't just about, will someone fix it? It's like there might be something that you can do yourself.
We'll definitely want to do that, because then people self-correct, and that would be sweet.
So
awesome.
that'll help a bunch.
Definitely. Okay, well, that's it for Skylight Huddle. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out on not Skylight Huddle. Check us out on Sunday for Vibe Unit, and we're big things coming down the pipe. We're excited.
A lot going on. If you're trying to get involved, definitely get a hold of Mike or I in some fashion or another. We're not hard to find. So,
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate you.